defending everything, and I can even NATO the Skarmy to kill it so the wall breakers get straight to the tower. Again, look at the play. And hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to go over minor wall breakers, and actually in this video we're gonna have a little bit of a twist. We actually have the Magic Archer and the Tornado as well, and we've all had those games where our opponent gets a crazy Magic Archer lineup and just wins the game on the spot. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that in this video. Let's get right into the games. Alright guys, into the first game. So usually like it plays sort of similar to a classic version, but you can just kind of like cycle Spear Goblins, Wall Breakers, whatever you want to cycle towards the beginning. I'm really looking to use the Magic Archer later on in the match. So here I'm just going to go ahead and spend another Cheap Jupe on the side, and we know that he's playing Sparky, but we want to sort of force out some Elixir on the other side if we can. We do get the Zap out, which is nice. Here I'll just go for the Bomb Tower. I'm expecting he'll play like a Goblin Giant or something in front. That's what these guys typically do. Oh, it's actually going to be Giant. Oh, it's interesting. I'm going to use my Magic Archer to line this up, and then go for like a nice Tornado, pulling everything together to take out the bats. And then once it shoots, we'll go for a Spear Goblins to block this, and if it kills, if it actually, yeah, look at my Magic Archer getting that pierce straight through the Giant, hitting the Sparky there. Great value for us. And of course, since this is a Zap, there's no really easy way to kill the Wall Breakers. This means we're probably going to be able to go for a Wall Breaker Zap, and there won't be any way to kill them. Like if he zaps the Wall Breakers this time, it won't actually defend. Oh, he has Skarmy too. That makes sense. Here we actually have to go for like Valkyrie, but late. A little bit uncomfortable, but we do take one hit, which is not too big of a deal at this point. But we will take some damage from the Skeleton Army, absolutely, unless we have to use our NATO, which I will do. I want to be very, very safe. And I still have Spear Goblins over here, which should be alright. We may be able to hold this game. It's a good start for the opponent. I didn't expect the Skarmy there. It was a little bit weird. But if he has enough Elixir for a Giant, we might lose here immediately. But if he doesn't, we can actually play this. We have actually, wow, look at this Fireball. And immediately surround with. We can take one hit, but still we can go for Spear Goblins. We take everything out. This is actually still possible to win. We'll use our Magic Archer and Tornado for a lot of value late game. We should be just fine. So a little bit of a misstep at the beginning, but still a little bit uncomfortable, not knowing what the deck was going to be. But still, should be actually very good here in the end. Should be able to just go for a Magic Archer or like maybe a Miner or a Wall Breakers here, depending on what he has. But I think he still has Skarmy and Psycho, which means I don't want to do that right now. I'll just go for just a Miner. If he has a Skeleton Army, then Wall Breakers would be pointless. It would all die. But here, of course, we can just go for a Bomb Tower. We'll set up for the Giant getting ready. The tower will be able to take out these bats for me just fine, and I can go for like a Valkyrie Magic Archer combo just like before, and we should be just fine here. Just gonna go for a Valkyrie immediately. If he goes for like a Sparky, we would, of course, yeah, there we go. So this is actually gonna be a little bit uncomfortable for me. I do have, look at this nice Tornado Fireball situation we have here. Look at that, hitting the entire board. Look at that Magic Archer value. Oh my, it's actually kind of crazy how much value we got there. I can just go for this Miner. We'll block both lanes. If he goes Skeleton Army over there, then it's wide open, and look at the Miner blocking so that the Wall Breakers connect on the right. Look at that value. Now we can go for Valkyrie, Spear Goblins. There's no Zap and Cycle, and there's also no Skeleton Army. We can punish. And look at that, the Spear Goblins get a ton of value already. And right now, immediately, my Valkyrie is looking dangerous. I don't even have to use my NATO or my Fireball. I just have Magic Archer here, and we're doing very well. I can even use my Wall Breakers here, guys. Look at this. Wall Breakers will kite the Mini-P backwards, defending everything, and I can even NATO the Skarmy to kill it so the Wall Breakers get straight to the tower. Again, look at the play, and he has to waste a Zap, and look at this. We're going to Fireball this game to victory. Like, there's no chance for our opponent here. We can just go Spear Goblin, send in a Miner, and this game is over. There's really no way to hold this at this point. I can just go for an easy Bomb Tower. Skarmy gets down in time, but of course, what we will end up doing is just going for a Fireball, and our opponent really can't do anything to stop that. We just go for a nice Tornado here and then Fireball, and look at that. One big mistake at the start of the game, but it literally does not matter. If he didn't catch that, the Bomb Tower cleaned up the minion horde for us too. Let's go to the next one. Alright guys, in the next game. So here I'm just going to go for Spear Goblins. Probably just going to play them. It's just like we did last game. Last game was super clutch too. Just play this and maybe we can. Okay, so it is Fire Spirit. I'm already expecting a Hog Rider, and what's good about this version of Minor Wall Breakers is we actually do have the Tornado, which means we should be able to activate the King against the Hog. We can always pull it whenever we want. And wow, so it's actually going to be Piggies, but I can still activate this. It's not difficult to do that. I can get 2 to the tower, and that's just fine. We don't need to worry about this at all. 2 on my King Tower, not a big deal. He's also wasted his Log, which means the Wall Breakers are going to be very strong right now. Let's go ahead and do that immediately. Let's see what he does. Okay, Cannon is super late, though. It looks like it may be just 2.6, but like with the twist. Like he actually has Piggies instead of regular Hog. Some players like would swap one major card in a deck, which is kind of suspicious, but I guess it works. I can maybe just go for another Miner. Like he probably plays Fire Spirit or maybe like Skellies or something, but we should be fine. Get some damage here. And while it's actually Queen, so it's a little bit different. It might actually be Earthquake, which could be very annoying for us. I'll just go ahead and cycle my Magic Archer. I might even try for a Fireball. If he plays Pigs here, we'll Fireball immediately. Depending on what this dude does. In fact, I'm going to fireball this to knock back the queen. We'll stop almost all the damage. We take one hit, but that's not a big deal. And of course, if you pigs, I would play the bomb tower immediately. And we're in a good spot. We can go for Spear Goblins. Very good situation. We also have the king tower activated. Lots of good things. Not too many uncomfortable problems for us right now. Of course, he does get the fire spirit to the tower, which is a bit annoying. But now, like, if I go Miner Wall Breakers with no log, how are you... If you use your log like that, how are you stopping my Wall Breakers? Let's see what he does. I forgot he had the cannon. But still, this is going to be kind of annoying, of course, because, I mean, the queen and the pigs are both really good fireball bait. Even with having the bomb tower, there's the quake there, which is a bit toxic. I think maybe we just go for a Valk next time he goes pigs. That might solve a bit of our problems. Let's see. I can't really play my Valkyrie. I can't play my Fireball or my Tornado, certainly, so we'll go ahead and cycle our Magic Archer. And okay, there is the queen. Maybe I should just go Valk and go... I need to play something, obviously. So we'll go Miner here to tank this. I don't want to take that damage. I'm not interested at all in taking extra damage for no reason. And of course, once that dies, we'll go Wall Breakers to pressure. Then play a huge Fireball, massive. Look at that value. And I can even NATO this off. I don't want to take any damage if I don't have to, right? We'll stop as much as that as we can. We're actually starting to come back. Not completely, but we're definitely in a good spot in general here. Definitely good. Look at that. The Valk blocks that and also comes back to this lane, which means now Wall Breakers is possible. The cannon is there, but of course my Magic Archer will help get through, but still not going to be enough. We're still going to be taking some damage. I need to Miner this, or we'll take too much damage. We have to be very careful in this hand. This is very tough. We're going to have to go Spear Goblins as well. The queen is very formidable. We have to be very careful about this. We get one Spear Goblin hit. Nice. Okay, there it is. Another bomb tower, but this time we have to do really high and go for Valkyrie, because we don't want to let too much damage come into our tower. We'll go here. He plays cannon, probably, yeah. He probably goes for a cannon. I'll go Magic Archer to block, yeah. So he actually knows not to log, because most of the time log won't work. So he knows not to use it. Oh, did we get a lineup? Oh, Magic Archer almost lines up there for us, which would have been sick. I can just go Spear Goblins. If he tries for pigs, of course, I would Fireball that immediately. Okay, of course, that's too easy. And we NATO everything back. He used the Queen ability, too. That was a mistake. He might have to log. And oh, look at this damage starting to come in. Now we can go here and just use our Wall Breakers. He'll go for a cannon, of course, but now, like, I'm gonna go for the aggressive Wall Breakers again. And this can be annoying for our opponent. I'll go for the Miner. He's probably gonna use the Queen ability. We'll Fireball just like before. I have to make sure the Queen dies, and we can't allow the damage. And that was really good timing by our opponent. We have to be very careful. We have to probably NATO this back. We are gonna take an L here. But our opponent played this game really well, and I actually did too. I didn't make almost any mistakes. It was a great game in general. Let's go to the next game. Alright guys, in the next game, as you can see, these interactions are a bit tough to handle sometimes, but of course, if you can get the job done like in that Sparky match, you're going to be really, really well off with this. I think we're just going to go for a Magic Archer here. Yeah, we'll just go for Magic Archer. That's great. That's great. We're going to take out the entire, you know... Yeah, look at that. Magic Archer gets a lot of value. We're not really taking too much damage, which is just fine. And of course, we're going to do the same trick where we Miner inside like this, and then go for like, you know, Wall Breakers to the opposite lane. So we'll do this to see what this dude does. Yeah, look at that. Miner does let us get on tower, and I do have a really, really nice NATO. I'm just going to play this. It's too much value to not play the NATO. Maybe I'd like to pull something together for something later, but the amount of damage I got on the right side is too much to ignore, which is really nice. Really, really good start for me. And look at the bomb tower cleans up both attackers. I'm definitely confident. Let's go with the Valkyrie and go with the Spear Goblins. Make a quick pressure because our opponent made a mistake. And look at that. Yeah, the Spear Goblins are really, really strong there. Even the Ice Spirit can't really stop that. We're going in. He's barely back to his defense. Now I'm thinking you don't have much elixir, because you just spent like 3 counters, right? So now we can do Wall Breakers, and of course, and he's right back to arrows, so this guy's got just enough to defend. Okay. It will be tough to win this game. He's got a lot of cheap cards, but I still can go Miner. It could just be some like weird bait with a Firecracker, which is just not normal. It's not like bad or anything, it's just not a standard deck that you see normally. We can just go for an easy Fireball here. Maybe it's Hog or something, but it's played with Gang, so I'm really still not entirely sure what we're facing. We do have a nice lead, though, so that's one thing about this deck. It kind of does really well just against weird things. Like, things that you don't normally see, it just does really well. I mean, Skelly Barrel... Yeah, I thought it would be Hog after I saw the Firecracker, but Skelly Barrel is just... is another wrinkle that doesn't really make sense. I can even block all this with just my Valkyrie, and we're fine. Like, we take, like, a tiny bit of damage. And, of course, we're going to do the same trick where we just go in with this. We're going to go opposite lane with the Wall Breakers. We're going to be annoying. That's what you want to do with these decks. So we'll go for a Magic Archer, of course. Go right at the bridge. Go for a Miner. Blocking pretty much everything. And actually, it's kind of hard to defend this. It is. It can be kind of hard to defend this. My Magic Archer will lock the tower here, which is going to be a lot of damage. No, I actually got damage there too. Actually, I'm going to go for like a Valkyrie to activate the king. That will be good for me if we get the king activated. And it's WoW. Yeah, so I knew it was something weird. It wasn't Hog, it was RG. So it's RG Skelly Barrel. I don't know. I would just go for a bomb tower. You probably can get a second bomb tower on the board. I'm even going to go for a Magic Archer. Look at this Magic Archer. We're going to get so much value from this. We're going to do so much damage. I'm even going to line this up. I want to take the tower right now. I'm very confident with my defense. There we go. Yeah, my defense is going to be fine. We're now within fireball range. I can just go for a Valkyrie. This should be a cleanup game. Like, this should be no problem. We've already played this so well to the point where we can just go for a miner, and this game's all she wrote. We can just go for wall breakers opposite lane. There's no way you're stopping my miner. Yeah, this looks like all she wrote. Yeah, free. Like, this deck works really well, guys. Even against crazy stuff, like the Magic Archer of the Tornado combo is just so strong. Let's go to the next match. Alright, guys, one more game. I think we'll go for miner wall breakers again. It just works. You know, it works really well for a starting play. I always recommend this. Some pros will tell you to split them, which is a good play as well, but I don't really. I like both plays. It's a bit easier to defend, but like, look right there. He plays 3 Elixir, and I still get both Technict. So, you never know. It depends on, I guess, how strong of a player you're facing. And here, actually, against Expo, this is a common one that people struggle with wall breakers, but you can actually just, like, get a lot of value here. So the trick is you just let the Expo lock, and we do this. And now we're locked, we're on, and now both of us are a bit annoyed. I end up with more damage, actually. My hand is actually better to defend this, and we actually end up with much more damage, so we're much happier. Our opponent's definitely like, ugh, that was not how I wanted that to go, and we can just go for this. There's no Tesla because he just played it at the bridge. I can go immediately in. He has to play like Barbarrel and Skellies, and actually, again, we're going to lock with both wall breakers. This game's already over in only 1 minute. Let's just go for Spear Goblins. There's pretty much no way. This guy might have to just give up. I'll go for Valkyrie. Yeah, we just outplayed in single. That's one of the things that you can do with this. Like, if you just understand, like, Expo, like, even if it blocks your tower, I can just punish by playing my Magic Archer to the bridge. Like, that's really nice. And we are going to take this tower immediately. And at this point, I feel kind of bad for our opponent because there's really not much you can even do. I'm going to laugh. It's pretty tough to do much now because you're playing into, like, the problem now is if you play an Expo, I can play things right on top of it. I can put a miner, not even a miner, I can already do that, but I can put things like wall breakers just touching it, and it would immediately be able to, I can actually go miner like that, it blocks. I can just go like just wall breakers, like right on top, like so hard to defend that. I can go Spear Goblins behind, like even though I'm taking damage here, like it's just so hard to do much here. Yeah, I can just go for a Valkyrie. I actually probably gave up too much damage. I meant for my miner to come out a little bit faster, but this is not a problem at all. We'll just go for like an easy Magic Archer. Easy Magic Archer push with miner. Like, it doesn't really matter. Anything he plays over on this side of the board late game, we're going to be able to line up with a Magic Archer. And actually, we're going to do it right now. Right now, Magic Archer is on the tower, except it isn't. Well, just 1 millimeter. Chat, y'all would never make that mistake. You can do that. You just put it one tile closer. I thought it wasn't close enough, but that Texas placement's a little bit weird. Now we'll go for an immediate pressure play. Gotta be as aggressive as possible. Let's go Spear Goblins. Okay, so he's used all of his troops. I'm going to go here. He does have the rocket, which is interesting, and I'll go for a Magic Archer. We're going to try to line this up for a quick attack right now, and we'll take this line. 1 extra shot there. Now we have wall breakers right in his face. It's kind of annoying to defend again, like I said. Like, the wall breakers can come down right on top of everything, and just keep pressuring. Like, miner Spear Goblins are on the board already. I can go for, like, another Magic Archer whenever I want to. It's hard to defend this at this point. No, let's not mess it up this time. Let's go for it again, but this time play it closer. This time we should get it. Magic Archer will... Yeah, there we go. That's the placement I was looking for before. That's the placement. I don't want to make y'all miss that, but that's the square. You place it right there when they play Tesla like that. You can line up right with the tower. Most people don't think to line it up with buildings, but it works. It does counter very well. Okay, so again, but still, like, every time you play the Tesla this high, I can just get my miner in. My miner goes in, and okay, so this is a nice fireball. We're going to block with Bomb Tower. Great setup for me, and my miner is tanking. All these things work really well. I can even line up the Ice Wizard with the Magic Archer for more chip. Look at that. The Magic Archer gets a shot on, and then we can just go for Spear Goblins, play the Valkyrie, try to win this game right now. Go in. Yeah, so he only got a tiny bit of damage, and we're locked with all of my Spear Goblins. We can just go for a miner. This is game over. Good game. This deck is so much fun, guys. It just plays so well. Too easy. Alright guys, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys watching. Of course, this deck is really fun. Like I said, the first game was probably the cleanest of the games, I'd say. We did take 1 L, but of course the rest of the games played themselves as well. Super fun. But yeah, if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. The links are going to be over here for my last video that I just made on Graveyard, and of course, the subscription button is going to be right below. But make sure to leave in the comments as well what you guys want to see. I will, of course, adhere to some of y'all's recommendations. Some of them are kind of sus, but of course, I will do some of them like what I have done in the past. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.